If you are new to my channel, please do subscribe and hit the bell icon for more updates, and make sure you watch the full video till end. Before starting the video, if you guys want this brown Hulk character to use in your animation, you'll have to just follow these simple instructions. I have given the link for the zip file in the description. Just go to it and download the zip file, but the zip file is locked. So how can you get the password for it? So to get the password, you'll have to watch my full tutorial video without skipping, because I'll give each letters in the video in between wherever I want. So if you skip the video, you'll miss the password. So please note the password letter by letter. And don't forget to like the video. Hello guys, and welcome to the papercraft tutorial number 4. In today's video I'll be showing you how to make 4 simple kicks which I usually use in my videos. First of all, to make a perfect kick, you have to make sure that your characters and your enemy characters position should be at the right place. Means there should be not too much of gap or not too less of gaps. Okay, so see how I have placed my Spider-Man and the War Robot 4 with a small amount of gap, so that my kick exactly goes to his head. The main important thing of the animation is you should keep your character stable at one point. I have seen some videos where while walking animation also the character dislocates too much. Means you can see the leg I have touched to the ground is at a stable point. It is not shaking anywhere right or left. It is at a single point, because if you think in a realistic way, if you are going to hit someone, then where will be your main the all the balance of the body which will be on the a leg? It cannot move, right? If you are standing on one leg, you cannot move the main leg directly from one place to other. Okay, so I have seen videos where people are you means the character is just moving forward without any movement, just moving forward and kicking without any movement, without any realistic movement. The main thing of the realistic animation is you should think that the character is really going to kick someone and how it will move, how his reaction would be in a realistic way. You can't just jump without bending your knees. If you think in a realistic way, if you are jumping, then you'll have to bend your knees first, then you can take the thrust to jump, right? So in some videos I have seen directly from the standing position only the character is jumping and flipping, which doesn't look realistic. So as you can see, this animation speed is very fast, and yes, it is looking good. Look how I took the back position first, the leg I moved back and then kicked. So that is how the realistic animation works, as I told you. So let's move on to the next kick. So the next kick is jump and kick. As I have told before, that for jumping first you'll have to bend your knees. Look how I bend his knees first. I'm taking the bend so that I can get a good jump. I'm jumping with one leg. When you jump, the main thing of a jump is knowing the position of the hands, or knowing the position of the leg, or the simple way you can make a realistic jump is just you can try out your own to jump, and how your hands would be while jumping. The same way you can put it into the animation. Okay, I mostly use the same way. First I try it out my own, like how if I am going to really jump and kick him, then what will be my positions of hand and leg, and I just put it into my animations. And the second thing of the animation is that you should use many frames. As I've told before many times, that frames are very important. Okay, even if you are flipping, there should be minimum of 5 to 6 frames for just to take a flip. Okay, so that is important, that frames are really important, because then on later on you can change the speed of the frames with speed effects, so there you can make it stable. So but you have to use many frames as possible to just look it realistic. If you show a frame like you are jumping and then kicking and the enemy is falling, these three frames will not look good, because think you will just jump, you'll move your leg to his head and he fell off. Okay, so that will not look that realistic. So instead of that, you can take just a bend for your knees and then jump, and then after jumping you take your one leg back to take the thrust, and then the next frame you will kick him, then it will affect the enemy and he will fall down. So that many frames you'll have to use. Now look here, I have this is looking really nice. Look, jumping and then kicking. So that is how the many frames work. If you take many frames, it will look this good. So the next kick is jumping and kick, but this time I'm going to use my both legs to kick. So the kick which I have used in my Spider-Man episode 11 or 12, I guess, to kick the uh, Genesis executive. So that kick I'm going to show you. See here, look the same. I'm bending the knees first, so to take the thrust, and look my position of the legs. I'm not moving it anywhere. I'm just keeping it on a single stable point so that it looks real. So meanwhile, I will like to answer some questions in my comments about characters, that how I make the characters. I make the characters in PixArt or DC2 itself, because DC2 is a great engine for making characters for fast, easy, and yes, it is faster than making it on PixArt, because in PixArt it took a lot of time for me to make the character like Spider-Man. I had mm, 18 days. I had to work on 18 days for making a Spider-Man character so realistic, and even Iron Man. Iron Man also took somewhat around 10 to 11 days. Means I was not continue working on it, but it took me that much of time. And in PixArt, what I do is I draw it separately, head, legs, stomach, everything, and then put it into DC2 and join it in DC2 itself. So it cost me a lot of time to make that. But PixArt is good because of the shading part, and you can crop a good photos from there. Like you have seen Thor. Thor, I have not driv it. Thor was not driven, but I cropped his photos, like his heads, his legs. I cropped it and joined it in DC2. So that is how I made Thor. And for Spider-Man, I just referred a photo, Spider-Man, Iron Man, or Hulk, you can say. I just referred the photo from Google itself. I just referred and then I drew the whole body looking at it. And there was many questions like how you drew the Spider-Man exactly. It's just because I have a good drawing skill, I can say that. So if you are going to refer it and drawing, then you'll have to means you should have a good drawing skill, or else you can just crop the photos from the Google and then make it. But that realistic doesn't suit the backgrounds of mine, so that's why I had to draw itself. So looking at the animation, it's pretty much cool, I guess. Look how the hand position, the leg position, and when the Spider-Man is falling, the position you can see it's realistic. So you can just write out your own and you can think how you will do it, and what will be the effect of that, and just you can put the frames there. So you'll just have to try it out once. So again, back to the character. If you're making a realistic character from the photo itself, then I think you can make it. Means you can show the real faces of the like Hulk or anyone, Thor. As I have used Thor, I have made Thor, but the thing is that when I made Thor, the backgrounds which I drew was not suiting the character of Thor. So that's why what I did was I had to draw the characters itself. Means I didn't crop any of the photos after Thor, because the background was not matching, means so realistic characters. So I had to draw it, and now you can see my all characters are, means, comfortably suiting the backgrounds. So that is what happens when you use a realistic character with non-realistic background. Or if you can see, if I use this Spider-Man to a very real background, then it will not suit it. So that is why I just tried to draw the Spider-Man or any of the Iron Man also, because the Thor was not suiting. So that's why I stopped cropping the photos and tried to draw it. So if you want to know more about characters or anything, you can just contact me on Instagram, or I have given the WhatsApp group link. You can join over there and text me. So, and yes, please follow me on Instagram. If you're still watching the video, please follow me on Instagram. The Instagram link is given in description. Or for businesses, like if you want to advertise in my channel, then you can contact me on VK or Instagram or WhatsApp, anywhere. The link, all links are in description. So this is how the kicks looks. You can see all four kicks. If you still have any doubts, then you can comment below and tell me your doubts. I answer almost every comment. I try to answer almost every comment, and I'm sorry if I missed any. So thank you. I hope you understand my tutorial.